Just give me 1 second. I need to do the usual dealio. Copy the link. Okay, now I'm live. There we go. Took a little time there, but I am running a virus scan, so yeah. Dad recently got a new antivirus, McAfee. And say what you will about McAfee, but you know, it's what he got, so that's what I'm using now. I still prefer WebRoot, but you know, it was for multiple devices, so figured why not? I don't want my dad to feel like he wasted money, so you know. Alright, sent to the what was Discord. I'm gonna start doing that if that's okay. Yeah, Mo, if you're watching the beginning of the stream, if it's okay with you, every time I stream on YouTube, I'm gonna post a link on your Discord as well as mine, so I hope that's okay with you. But anyway, greetings, comrades. This is Unforgiven Caleb. Back to part 4, Star Wars Doom Episode 1 on Maps of Chaos. Just need to get the windows sorted out real quick. Close that out. Yeah, I'm doing a full computer scan with the antivirus right now. It's been like about an hour and a half. It's only 8% complete, but to be fair, I have two 3 TB hard drives, 1 TB SSD, and my 256 gig M.2. So it has quite a few. It has quite a few files to scan for. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's like 10 o'clock when I go to bed because I have a morning shift tomorrow, and it's still scanning. Which hey, it is what it is. Granted, WebRoot took a long time too, but you know. I might have to start uninstalling a few games from my hard drives, because there are a bunch that I haven't even touched. It's just taking up space. Okay, so. Yeah, not too much to talk about. So, you know. I did buy Far Cry 5 finally. Because, you know, it was just. Well, today was $9, but I got the special edition, or the deluxe edition, which comes with a season pass and a bunch of other goodies, as well as a free copy of Far Cry 3, which I already own. So, it told me before I bought it that I won't get another copy of it, which is, you know, fine by me. Can you believe Far Cry 3 is almost 8 years old now? You know, you play it today, and you find it hard to believe that it was released back in 2012. Like, it still looks good even to this day. But yeah. Other than that, there's not too much to talk about. They're kind of so-so with work, and you know, just having fun. But yeah, anyone who's watched my secondary channel, you probably saw I finally got Blade and Sorcery, that hack and slash VR game. It was just $20. I figured why not. Okay, before I continue, I need to get myself a little snack. I'm getting kind of hungry, so I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Took a lot longer to get my snack than I thought. I also did some laundry. But anyway, let me just type something in the chat real quick. There we go. Alright. Open that back up. Alright. Oh, there's Nightbot again. Okay, so I think how the timers work. This is how timers work. Basically, in order for Nightbot to actually post those messages, not only there has to be time intervals like every 15 or 30 minutes or so, but there has to be at minimum 2 lines of chat text in order for them to pop up. So that's gonna take a little getting used to, but yeah. I know I mentioned this before, Maps of Chaos, the courtyard's almost virtually unchanged. A few extra areas here and there, but other than that, it's largely the same. Yeah. Give me some chips, kettle cooked. Yeah, here we go. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest, ever since I kind of shut myself off in the Steam community... Hey, Clocky, how you doing? But yeah, ever since I shut myself off in the Steam community, my experience with Steam's actually improved. Like, I'm no longer dealing with trolls and, you know, toxic individuals. Because I've blocked so many people on Steam over the years, it's ridiculous. But I haven't blocked anyone ever since, I nuked my friends list and, you know, just shut myself off from the community. You know, come for the games, stay for the games, but don't stay for the community. Like I said, I've blocked so many people on Steam. Just shows you what's wrong with the community. But you know, every community is gonna have toxic individuals. That's a fact. But some are worse than others. I hope your Sunday's going good, Clocky. Me, nothing special. Just, you know, feel like streaming. Doing good. Figured, you know, just stream a bit. And, yeah, I might get a Mugen video on my second channel later. So I gotta do VR videos on my second channel. Blade and Sorcery. Another H3 VR video. They recently had Update 92. Spam, well, part of the reason is spam, because, you know, people on Steam keep spamming, like, group and game invites. It got ridiculous. But the main reason is that a lot of people on Steam just can't control themselves. You know, every community's gonna talk to the individual, but Steam, you know, definitely no different than Xbox Live. I think it might debatably be worse. Yeah, back when I had a large friends list, definitely blocked quite a few people. Just being immature and just saying stupid stuff. So yeah, just best way to deal with this, to not deal with it. That's why I just, you know, kind of made my profile friends only. There's only three... There are only 3 people on my friends list now. This is my 3 nephews that still play on Steam, so yeah. Everyone else is just nuked. Well, the main reason I nuked my friends list is because, well, back in September last year, I uploaded my final Gmod screenshot on Steam. And I was expecting to go out with a bang, but they kind of made it a whimper, because I only got 10 likes, which, that was just pitiful. That just proved that Steam's no longer a viable place for a screenshot maker like myself to grow. Then I switched to DeviantArt. And yeah, haven't looked back. But to think, but that same screenshot DeviantArt got almost 3 times as many likes than it ever did on Steam. Yeah, that's part of the reason. Another reason, like I said, people spamming and or just people being assholes on Steam. I don't know why. Okay, looks like now the Nightbot thing's working. Okay, so I guess for Nightbot to work, I'm gonna have to post a comment on the chat, so that way the intervals will actually get going. I set it to 15 to 60 minute intervals, so hopefully it doesn't spam the chat too much. Yeah, Steam is good for games. The forums, not very good, yeah. I know that for a fact. But there are good people on Steam, there are, but you can say that for every other community. There's going to be some good people, and there's going to be some bad people. That's just how it is. Let me just put this. Let me just say this. I blocked more people on Steam than I've ever blocked on Xbox Live. And I blocked quite a few people on Xbox Live, so let that sink in. But you want to see bad forums, try checking out the Garry's Mod guides. Like, so many guys are just plain useless. They have nothing to do with Garry's Mod. It's just people being trolls. Now, I will say this. We don't know how shady the Epic Game Store is, but sure, the Epic Game Store is a better community than Steam, because when you're trying to knock off Steam's community, there's really nowhere to go but up. There really isn't. Granted, GOG, I don't really on GOG that much, but from what I hear, the community is pretty awesome. Way better than Steam's, I can tell you that. Is people on Steam just naturally assholes? I don't know why. Yeah, I think the Citadel is also almost largely unchanged. But you have an Epic account to work with? Yeah, I'm on EGS too, but be honest, I only ever really play Fortnite, but I haven't played in a while because none of the skins on this season's pass interest me. So I figured, nah, I'll just skip out. And it's nice that they're doing that free game thing. You know, like every few weeks or so, there's a free game. I do have Slime Rancher and a few others on there. Yeah, this is kind of basic, and it does work, you know. Sometimes simple's good, but sometimes it's nice to have more features like Steam does. But you could argue Steam has too much, like some almost compared to a social media platform. But I don't see where that came from. It's a gaming platform first and foremost. All the other stuff's just icing on the cake. For Subnautica and GTA 5. Oh yeah, I forgot. GTA 5 is in the Epic Game Store. And I heard they actually... The peak number of players on there actually overtook Steam's peak player base for that game. So that's... I will give them that. That's pretty impressive, though. EGS still needs to step up their game with the storefront. Yeah, it's nice to give them free games and doing the 88-12 revenue split, but we all know how controversial their, exclusive deals are. I mean, just look at Borderlands 3 and Outer Worlds. Which, Outer Worlds is coming to Steam soon. I forgot when. I don't know when. I think next month or so. I definitely plan on getting it. My nephew's still kind of on the fence because, he is a fan of Fallout New Vegas, which is what another game Obsidian made. I'm also waiting for MechWarrior 5, so I can play that on Steam. So yeah, I'm still trying to sort out which mod I'm going to play next after I finish Star Wars Doom. I kind of want to do HXRTC again, because I got updated again, like a month or so ago. But too many people download when it was free. It was awful. It cooked the servers. Yep. Wait, talk about Fortnite or Borderlands 3? Or Epic Game Store in general? Because, I know I say a lot of shit about Steam and the community, but I still have a tremendous amount of respect for Valve and what they've done for PC game over the last nearly 2 decades now. Like, if Epic Games Store really wants to be a viable competitor, they really need to step up their game with their storefront and, how they acquire games. That exclusive deal thing isn't going to cut it. Oh, GTA 5, okay. I thought we were talking about Borderlands 3, like, I know there aren't that many people playing it, at least not on Epic. Especially now it's on Steam. Oh yeah, now I remember that article about GTA 5 actually crashing the server. Okay, yeah. Tell you what, Epic, put the Doom games, or at least the classic ones, on the Epic Game Store, then we'll talk. We'll see if we can get those kids to pry off of Fortnite and, know their roots when it comes to, shooter games. Or hell, make these games free. Seems number one will be for quite some time. It's well established. Yeah, it's been around for nearly 2 decades. I can't even make this comparison. It's basically the YouTube of PC gaming services. Yeah, it has its flaws and toxicity, but it's still too big to fall. Like, people still go to it. So until Epic Games Store becomes viable competition, instead of these hostile takeover tactics or whatever, Steam will still be on top. Granted, I still use like GOG sometimes because I'll admit there are some games that aren't on Steam that are on these platforms because reasons. Okay, I'm just gonna hop through this. Screw it. Let's work at the key. Let's just get that red key. I mentioned before, this map here, you don't need all 3 keys to exit. You just need the red key and either or the yellow or blue keys. Okay, she's a different gun. Totally not the Pantocrator. Every time I wheels, I was expecting to fire like 10 explosive shotgun shells at once. Well, it is starting to cool down a bit over here. This is a bit, not a lot. It's still really hot, but it's like in the 90s now. So hopefully those triple-digit days are behind us for the time being. Don't worry, it's still going to be hot, though. It's like 97 right now. But we're getting there. 90's like a tar, but as soon as it hits triple digits, I'm like, nope, I'm staying inside. Fuck that. But really, my job, I don't have a choice. Those trash cans aren't going to empty themselves. Shoot, if they could, I'd be out of a job. I'll admit, working as a janitor, it's not the top of my list for with my job. It still beats flipping burgers. And I'm gonna be honest, the more I do this job, the more I appreciate it. Oh, there's a Spider Mastermind. Place is a huge-ass Dark Trooper. It's like a Space Marine on steroids. And some stolen Tau tech, so he's probably a heretic. I'm glad you're not living Tales. Yeah, lucky you. I mentioned it before, the weather here is crazy. But fall's not too bad. Winter is kind of hit or miss. Like, it's either, like, kind of warm. Like, at least, like, 70s or so. Or it gets really freaking cold. I remember it was like almost 10 years ago. Oh, excuse me. I remember when it was exactly 1 degree outside. Yeah, 1 degree Fahrenheit. Like, it was that cold. To my knowledge, we never had, negative temperatures here. Like, no below 0 or anything like that. Thank God. Like, I'd go to Antarctica for that, or hell, like, even Alaska might have a few below 0 days sometimes. They are way up north. Anyway, I hope you, hope you are playing some awesome games. Like, I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, I recently got Far Cry 5, the Deluxe Edition. Didn't get Primal or New Dawn yet. I might get those. They're not exactly on the top of my list. I still have Far Cry. I still haven't beaten Far Cry 4 yet. I barely played like 30 minutes of it. Not as bad. It's just that there's so many other games I'm playing at the time. Like I said, that's the problem of having a huge game library. Like, I have more games on Steam than I have on every other console I ever played in my life combined. And a huge amount of those games I got for next to nothing. Because a lot of these I got from, like, bundle stars. Now Fanatical, but that's where I got a majority of my games. You know, why buy that game on Steam for $5 so you can get this and, like, a dozen more games for just a few dollars less? That's why I like buying games from Fanatical sometimes. You get really good deals on games, whether single games or bundles. You know, you might find a few hidden gems here and there. So yeah, let me check my McAfee real quick. Yeah, 10% complete, yeah. And for those who aren't aware, I used WebRoot as my antivirus for the last few years. It saved my computer countless times. I love it. But my dad recently got a McAfee Antivirus Plus. And he got this, like, 10 device pack. A 5-year plan. Just figured, okay, I guess I'll try it out. Hey, at least it's not Norton. I never used Norton and I never will. Because, I've heard things about it. Whether true or not, you know, it's up to you, but I'm not using Norton. Ah, fuck, I skipped the interlude. I forgot the interlude screens are different in Star Wars Doom, so I skipped it out. I guess we'll just have to play play the mod yourself and see what they say. I think at first, depending on which character you're playing at, because there are 4 different characters. I'm not gonna start a new game. I'll just show you. So here's how I'm playing as Kyle Katarn. We got. Well, didn't mean to do that. Mara Jade. Got a proper Jedi and a Trooper. McAfee's not bad. Used it in the past. Yeah. I think we used to use. I think we used McAfee a while back. Don't recall my experience with it. Because I myself didn't have a computer at the time. My own computer. Why do I always go to the wrong teleporter in this map? But yeah, McAfee has to be better than Norton. Hell, even free antiviruses are better than Norton, you gotta admit. Like, I used to use Avast, and it was pretty good for a free antivirus, but eventually got to the point where I want to try a paid antivirus service. I tried a few free antiviruses in the past. Bitdefender, Panda. Yes, I used Panda one time. I just wanted to try out some antivirus to see if anyone can beat Avast in the free antivirus department. And Bitdefender kind of does. But I decided to go with WebRoot. Yeah, it's a really good antivirus. But I'm using McAfee for now because I don't want my dad to feel like he wasted money. Because the plan's good for like up to 10 devices, including tablets and phones. Yeah, everything's better than Norton. Hell yeah. I use Norton antivirus, but I also not have an antivirus. Like I said, I've heard things about it. I'm inclined to believe them. Like, I think Joel said it a while back. Even Panda's better than Norton. And Panda, I've heard good things about it, I've heard bad things about it. But me, I'd really get a paid antivirus service. But of course, you can argue the fact if you're not stupid enough to click on a virus, then you don't need antivirus protection. But I say, that's your opinion, but I'm gonna get an antivirus anyway. Better safe than sorry. You know, rather have it not need it than need it and not have it. Let's put it that way. Yeah, I'm not sure what antivirus you all use. Like I said, I used WebRoot, and it's really good. But, figure give McAfee a try. See if they improved over the years, because I haven't used McAfee in a long time. Because I think the last time we used McAfee, we still had a Windows XP computer. Yeah. This gunfire's really slow, but it is one of the 2 BFGs, so I'm gonna use this. This just shoots rockets. Just don't crap, you're good to go, basically. Yeah, pretty much. But there's always gonna be some idiot out there that's like, the free V-Bucks on Fortnite, click, and then their computer's fucked. So, let's be honest, there are people out there that are like that. You know, it is what it is. Oh, shit. Used AVG. Oh, yeah, I used AVG before, too. That was another one I used. It was pretty good. ESET, McAfee, and Komodo. Never heard of Komodo. ESET was the worst one. Yeah, never heard of ESET, and I guess that's a good thing. There are a lot of free antiviruses out there. Avast is the most well-known. Heck, my nephew still used it to this day, but recently installed McAfee on his computer. I kind of needed his password, but I kind of had to message him at work. But actually, speaking of, I need to check his computer. It should be done. It's probably finished downloading like 30 minutes ago, so I need to do a BRB. I'll be right back. Alright, back again. Yep, his computer's good. Yeah, he's looking to get a... I know he's thinking about getting a new core, but I gave him my old Fantex core. Which, I'm not sure if he's going to use it right now, because he's also planning on switching to Ryzen. I'm not sure which one he's going to get, though, but I recommended the... If you're not going to overclock, go with the 3600. And just use a stock core. Because, I'll be honest, for a stock core, AMD's Wraith core is awesome. Oh, you're from Slovakia. I didn't know that. For some reason, I thought you were from Norway. But it shows what I know. He said as ours, people say it's good, but I had a virus it could not detect and delete, so I had to reinstall McAfee to get rid of it. So I guess McAfee's good for something. Yeah, I had a little horror story of Avast. With Avast, like, Avast isn't perfect either. Like, this was back when I still had a Windows XP machine. I had Avast, and I kind of want to figure out what torrents were about. Yeah, this is way back in the day. So, I tried downloading this program that lets you open torrent files, but yeah, ended up installing random programs and stuff, and that was my first experience of getting a virus on the computer. But what I did was I took off my Wi-Fi adapter and turned off the computer and turned it back on, and it uninstalled all that unwanted crap. And yeah, ran this game with Avast and everything was good. So I narrowly dodged a bullet there. Granted, this is on my own computer. This is when I actually have my own computer. And yeah, don't click on shady links or anything like that. See, even I did something that dumb, but I'm sure, unlike some people, I learned from my mistakes. You know, like you put your hand on a hot oven coil. Guess what? You don't put your hand on a hot oven coil again. And I was in Checkbox Team. That says it mostly. Yeah, I don't know why I thought you were from Norway. Like I said, I'm an idiot. Since I'm amazed I haven't forgotten how to breathe. But at least I built my own PC from the ground up. Without someone holding my hand, so that's good. I guess. Ooh. Okay. How long have I been streaming, by the way? I had a little bit of a BRB in the beginning. It's like 40 minutes. Okay, I'm going to make this stream a little bit longer to make up for lost time earlier. Because I was away for like at least 5 minutes in the beginning of the stream. So this stream's going to be a little longer than normal to make up for lost time. So, Clocky, random question. Do you have a VR headset? If not, do you plan on getting one? Because, you know what? I might as well show you my headset. 1 second. Yep. But yeah, let me just show the... Here. Yeah, this is my VR headset. Good old Samsung HMD Odyssey Plus. It's a Windows mixed reality headset, so I had to download a special program on Steam that allows you to use WMR headsets for Steam VR. So yeah, it was this bad boy here. I finally made me introduce myself to H3VR. You know, Job Simulator, Boneworks, all that stuff. Granted, it's not perfect, but for what it's worth, it's pretty good. I figured you didn't have one, but do you plan on getting one? Because this one's kind of decent if you're trying to start out in VR. But if you really want the most out of it, you'll want to get an HTC Vive or Oculus Rift. Probably not the games will close. Yeah, I guess it depends on what headset you're getting. Like here, you know, this does have some tracking issues. Like sometimes the handles freeze in place and then move around. And granted, graphics aren't, you know, top tier, but you don't buy VR games for the graphics. You buy it for the experience, the immersiveness. And this headset made me witness it. Granted, I had to take off my glasses because I actually scratched the lens here. While I was doing that, so I figured, okay, glasses off when I'm using the headset. So I can still see fine without the glasses. It's just like, you know, far away text and stuff like that. It's like really hard to read. Hence why I have to wear these. Okay, so map 23. I guess we'll play to map 25. These aren't going to explode all at once, will they? If it's like a... I was say if it's like a Voodoo Doom where all of them detonate at once, that'd be bad. Watch Joel playing on it, yeah. I don't keep up that much of Joel's little streams. The only VR game I've seen him play so far is HDVR. If you ever get a VR headset, that's a big if. Like, if you ever change your mind and decide to... Because back in the day, I was kind of on the fence about VR, but now I see more of it, and I watch Wacky Cast and Markiplier and stuff like that. But you know what? I gotta have one. This is the only one I could afford at the time. But it works for the most part. Maybe later I'll get an Oculus Rift S or something. Yeah, if you ever get a VR headset, and this is for you, just for you, Clark, so like anyone. If you ever get a VR headset, make your first game HDVR. If you don't know, it's hot dogs, horseshoes, and hand grenades. It's this gun simulation game. It's really fun. Let me just say, it's a game that made me buy a VR headset. Like, it doesn't tell you how awesome it is. I don't know what will. There's so many modes to choose from. I think Anton's working on a few new modes for it. Which, as fun as those current modes are, I'll admit they are kind of long in the tooth. So I've been on this since day one. So it's nice to have a few more modes to play around with. Or at least another range to play on. Like FPS Rush's Backyard. You know, kind of thing. I think somebody made a mod for Gary's mod that makes you play it in VR. I think I saw Wacky Cast do that. That looks kind of fun, but I'd rather use keyboard and mouse to actually position, you know, pose ragdolls and toy with lighting and stuff like that. It's all about preference. I guess it's mainly if you're playing like Trouble in Terrorist Town or Zombies or something like that. Boom. Yeah, well, earlier I said there wasn't much to talk about, but hell, we talked about quite a bit. Talked about Steam's community, talked about antiviruses, and, you know, VR headsets. I guess even when there's nothing to talk about, somehow there is something to talk about. Kind of weird how that works, but hey. You know what? I forgot to get the key. So as I begin straight, I hope you enjoy my stupidity. And well, it's in full display right now, because I forgot to get the damn key. And I get back over here, see? Look, it's just been a... Well, it's kind of been an uneventful week, but still... That thing on? There we go. Heard a blaster shot. am I back here? I need the key. Give me the keys. Give me the keys now. Your friends are dead. Man, I still need to get that game, Armed and Dangerous. It's not on Steam, but it's on GOG. Oh, by the way, let me know if Nightbot's spamming too much, because the line intervals and stuff is to keep Nightbot from spamming. Because I'm still trying to get the grasp of this timer thing myself. But it does work. I just have to have a kind of an active chat for it to work. There we go. Okay, so this giant Space Marine guy is a spider mastermind, apparently. I like how the head shakes when it fires its laser. I'm getting attacked by an invisible enemy here. Alright. Yeah, I forgot how good kettle cooked chips are. I don't buy chips that much. I usually get like granola bars and those little applesauce packets. Those are really good. But, you know, I do eat cheese every now... Yeah, I could talk today. I do eat chips every now and then to get a little sodium in my system. Because if I don't get enough sodium, I'll end up getting a Charlie horse. Like, I'm sure if you've ever had one of those. Like, it always happens when I sleep, and it's always my left leg. I don't know why, but... Basically, my dad told me if you don't get enough sodium in your system, you get this really bad, like, leg cramp. Like on your shin. It's horrible. And surprisingly, I don't scream in pain when it happens. I just, you know, because it always happens when I'm sleeping. But I just, you know, hold the leg really hard and just, like, try to massage the pain away. Because Charlie horses, they're not fun. Anyone who's had one before will know what I'm talking about. And usually the next morning I put on some Bengay, you know, ease the pain a bit, and... yeah. Let's see. Ah, shit. I'm just gonna hop away. Oh, wait, I can't. I'm a bit of wee smuggler. I cannot jump over there. What if there was forced jump? That'd be awesome to have. I keep forgetting about my Jedi powers. God damn it. This is why I do not speed run. I just bumble around like an idiot. Okay, getting a little too cool now. What is that? I guess it's those specters. Could have at least left a little after image. I think Dark Forces is on GOG. I don't know if it's on Steam though. I know the original Battlefront games are on Steam, and now the newer ones, the microtransaction-laden ones. And I like how the old games they put in like parentheses, like 2006 or 2005 LucasArts, so people know not to associate those games with the atrocities we got now. Like, I didn't get the newer Battlefront games, and I probably never will. Like, I was mainly excited for the Battlefield games. Though, they're kind of missing one. Battlefield Bad Company. The first one. We got the second one on Steam, but not the first one. So it kind of feels incomplete. Maybe later they'll add it. Or at least the first Titanfall. That game needs to be jolted back to life. I mean, if they can bring Titanfall 2 back from the brink, surely they can resurrect the first one too. Like, maybe it'll be a surprise announcement when Apex Legends comes on Steam. Oh, by the way, we're gonna add Titanfall 2, the original. Not Titanfall 2, that's already on Steam. But you know what I mean. Yep, Star Wars loot box opener. Yeah, the second one especially. I heard the second one got a lot of shit for that. Like, if George Lucas was dead, he'd be rolling around in his grave. Like, what have they done to my franchise? Well, he's probably already won that with Disney. Like, what the hell have they done to his franchise? I don't know why I said ice. But, you know. Yeah, again, I applaud anyone who could do a perfect speedrun of this map here. Like, I salute you. Because there's no way in hell I would do something like this. I mean, I don't speedrun the first place, but doing a map like this, forget it. Like, I've played this map dozens of times in many different iterations, and I still can't get used to those really thin walkways in this map. It's just, yeah. Oh, Jesus. Well, I'll tell you what other game series EA should bring to Steam. Army of Two. Because I played those games on the Xbox 360 and they're pretty decent. Granted, they're designed for a co-op experience, hence the name. And you can play it solo. You have an AI-controlled partner. But I recall the AI being kind of hit or miss in that game. I'm surprised EA hasn't brought that game back. Last game I remember was The Devil's Cartel back in 2013. And yeah, two different protagonists this time around. And the reason I bring up Army of Two is because the one thing I liked about it was the weapon customization. They got like tons of different attachments for each gun. And they kind of expanded a little bit on the 40th day. And I'm pretty sure Devil's Cartel as well. I'm surprised they haven't gone back to that series yet. That sounds like Daikatana. Yeah, kinda. God damn, I forgot about the key. Oh, that's nice. I forgot about this map's a chaos version of this map. This entire area here raises up, so you don't have to walk through those walkways again. Oh, speaking of Daikatana, you're not going to believe me if I told you this, but I actually have Daikatana. I don't even remember buying it. I think it was from a bundle from Fanatical, but I was looking through my library and I see Daikatana. When did I get this game? Like, we all know how infamous Daikatana is, how, you know, the infamous advertising, Rumor wants to make you his bitch. So I remember that. All I remember is that it was ported to the N64 for some reason. Race of Vanilla as well. Does it? I don't recall it doing that. I haven't played the vanilla maps in a while, so you'll forgive me if I don't recall that, but, you know. Crazy that. But anyway, so I'm at 25. We're getting close to an hour in the stream now. So I guess I'll end it here. So my next stream will probably be Wednesday. Hope we'll be able to finish up Maps of Chaos here. And then I'll contemplate which mod I'm going to do next. And which map pack I'm going to do next. So yeah. I guess I'm going to maybe play something else, I guess. Maybe get that Mugen video started. So yeah, this is part 4 of Star Wars New Episode 1, Maps of Chaos. And this is Unforgiven Caleb, signing out. Y'all have a good day. Enjoy your Sunday.